This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Travis Peters has a couple of interesting questions here. Here's one that we've never talked about. How did you get along with Stephanie McMahon?
Oh, fine. Never had a crossword with Stephanie whatsoever. She was very supportive when I came from WCW, and when I was brought over in the transition, I spent a few months, just kind of sitting in the meetings and I wasn't saying anything because, we were absorbed by them. It was their company. I was just fortunate to be working there. I felt like I'd somehow landed on my feet and didn't know really how, but in those days, you just kind of kept your mouth shut. And I remember after one meeting, which I'd always gotten, along with Hunter, when he was just talent, we got along really well. And he had started to move up that ladder, obviously, as far as importance and power and stroke and all that. And she basically just kind of pulled me aside after a meeting one day, and she said, my husband says you're a smart guy. I wish you'd start speaking up at those meetings. So I did, and we all see where that ended up.
I love you for that.
That's a fact, Jack.
Well, Big Red 603 writes, it seems as if everyone has a different opinion of Paul Heyman and their experience with him. What was your experience like working with Paul during the Dangerous Alliance days? Any fun stories during that era?
Well, Paul was young and gung-ho, and one of these guys that was glad to be there and was smart. He was a student of the business. You could tell he had studied everything about everybody. He hustled. He was one of the hardworking guys behind the scenes. He didn't mind going talking to this guy, coming talking to that guy, doing this. What do you need, Arn? What do you guys need? Da 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 da. He was like a workhorse as far as the backstage stuff and organizing guys. And hey, we need to talk about this. Do you mind finding this guy and that guy? But the main thing is he brought a maturity in his thinking, even for a young guy. And you could tell he was destined to do more on the creative side. And when you got control of your own company, you can do a lot of creative things, and which he did. He developed ECW along with that list of talent and ownership and all the people that pulled together to make that a separate entity within the business. And Paul's got to, take credit for that. He was the leader of all that stuff, and it's a brand that still stands today.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.